Hey guys, Chelsea here from the LaLa farm. Today we're going to be making zucchini bread. We went up to the garden earlier today on Mother's Day, if my shirt didn't give anything away, and we were harvesting some zucchini and squash when we came across this guy who is massive. I've never in my life seen a zucchini this big. I never even knew a zucchini could get this big, but here we are, and we're going to make lots of zucchini bread out of this one, hopefully a lot of zucchini bread out of this one massive zucchini. For comparison's sake, this is a normal size zucchini that you might find at your grocery store. I can't even hold this thing with one hand easily. This is the difference. But we're gonna cut this guy and shred him up and make lots of delicious zucchini bread. So we're gonna get started cutting up this zucchini into pieces so they're more easily shreddable. Thank you for my eggs. The good thing about living here on LaLa farm is if I run out of eggs, I can just send one of the kids up to collect a couple dozen eggs. I don't have to run to the grocery store. I think this is pretty good. Monster might like that later. Let's get started. This thing looks like it's out of the Jurassic era. I don't even... This isn't even easy to shred. So we only need 3 cups of the shredded zucchini to make this recipe, and the recipe makes 2 loaves. You can use 4 cups if you want an extra dense and moist cake. Whew, I'm gonna look like Popeye by the end of this video. Honestly, that's probably enough.
one half of a section.
Yeah. Anyways, I wasn't sure if I said this, but earlier in the week when I made zucchini bread, I had to use 3 normal sized zucchinis to get the amount of zucchini, shredded zucchini that I needed. And I used a quarter of that for this one, and I've got more than enough. Okay, so we just got done shredding up a quarter, I guess if you can call it that, of the zucchini that we picked this morning. This is the shredded zucchini from a quarter of that. This is going to be more than enough to make the recipe of zucchini bread, which makes 2 loaves. Next, I'm going to grease my pans or butter my dishes. I've already preheat the oven to 350 degrees, so that's ready to go when I am. So my dishes are buttered, and I'm going to start next on the dry ingredients. So for the dry ingredients, we need 3 cups of flour. I use just all-purpose flour. The trick for measuring flour is to spoon the flour into your cup so it's not packed and you have a more accurate amount. If you pack your flour into your measuring cup, you'll end up with a really dense loaf, cake, whatever baked goods you're doing. It's better to spoon in and then level off. You also can sift the flour and the other dry ingredients if you like. We ain't got time for that. Okay, we have our 3 cups of flour here. Next, we're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. This is 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a ½ teaspoon of ground ginger. And I'm just going to whisk the dry ingredients together. Again, you could sift this if you wanted to. It smells awesome already. Onto our wet ingredients, which consists of 2 large eggs. We don't get our eggs from the grocery store, so I got the 2 eggs that were remaining in my carton that looked like about the right size. Those might be a tiny bit smaller than a regular standard large egg. And to that, I'm going to add 1 1/3 cup of sugar.
That's her sweet teaspoon.
This is my, yeah, this is what I use for sweet tea.
Alexa, put sugar on the shopping list.
I added sugar to your shopping list.
I know, but I'm almost out. Yep. So the egg and sugar mixture, you just whisk that together until it's really well incorporated to this consistency. And then to that, earlier I melted some butter. This is 3/4 cup of butter, which is 1 1/2 sticks of butter melted. You'll see that I'm not adding any salt to my recipe. That's because I use salted butter. If you're using unsalted butter for this recipe, you can feel free to add a pinch of salt. So this is cooled butter, melted and cooled, that I'm just going to be adding to the egg and sugar mixture and whisking that together. Next, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is vanilla extract. I think I'll just use the rest of that bottle. Then we're going to add our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. And we just mix this together until it's mostly incorporated, mostly all moist. It might look a tiny bit dry right now, but once we add this zucchini, that's gonna give us the extra moisture that we're looking for. So this is the consistency that we're looking for. And now we're going to add in our 3 cups to 4 cups, depending on how moist it's looking, of shredded zucchini that we shredded earlier. So that's 1. And I'm just gonna fold that in. That's 2. And 3. Look at all of the zucchini that we have left over. It was pretty dry before we added that zucchini. That zucchini, we didn't need to worry about it being dry. It's added all of the moisture that we needed with just that 3 cups. I feel like that's a good consistency. So we're gonna take our 2 loaf pans, add our mixture. It might look like there's plenty of room in there, and that room is there because your loaf is gonna get bigger. Next, I'm gonna wash all this goo off my hands, and then I'm gonna put these in the oven. I've preheated it to 350 degrees, and these are gonna cook for 50 minutes. All right, we'll see you back in 50 minutes when our zucchini bread comes out of the oven.
Guys, I just want you to know my mouth is watering watching Chelsea cook, and I've already eaten the zucchini bread. If you're enjoying watching the video, please let her know in the comment section below, kind of trying to convince her to get in front of the camera more often. If you're watching this and you're not a subscriber yet, I should let you know that this is completely free. And if you want to show a little bit of extra support, for 99 cents a month, you can be a LaLa Farm egghead. Yes, an egghead. For being an egghead, you get member-only content, you get custom emojis, you also get custom LaLa Farm egghead badge that grows as long as you stay loyal to us. Enough blabbering on. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she pulls out of the oven. I'm sure you guys are too. So, subscribe.
Okay, it's been 50 minutes. We're about to take the zucchini bread out of the oven. Okay, okay. Back up, boys.
Whoa! Ow! That looks so good. Thank you.
There you have it.
She's great at cooking. Ow! I love them.
Careful.
I love them.
You okay?
I love zucchini. I love bread. Both of them mixed together. Best thing in the world. Ow!
All right, we've let our zucchini bread cool off a little bit. Probably not as much as it needs to because these kids are dying to get into this. So we're just gonna cut a couple slices for them. Do you wanna get me a napkin, buddy?
Check the bathroom at. What?
Oh, I think the stool is in the pantry, baby.
3 for me, Madeline, and Patrick. What about
Okay.
Mama and
That's the stool that you grabbed?
I don't know anymore. Thank you, Mama. It's so warm.
Whose idea was it to have 3 kids?
I think that was yours.
Yeah, okay.
It's a great times
Okay.
infinity plus 1.
Thank you for hanging around with us while we cooked zucchini bread today. Please be sure to like and follow and check out some of our other videos, and remember to always treat other people how you want to be treated.
Golden rule.
Yep, that was the golden rule. Bye, guys.